Hi, everybody. I'm Sari Feinstein, Programming Manager at the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts in Santa Rosa. And today on our Feeding Our Frontline, we've got Lindsay Musco, board member of Sonoma Family Meal. And as many of you know, Sonoma Family Meal has been utilizing our commercial kitchen while we are closed to the public and providing meals for the food insecure all over Sonoma County. In addition, they've been helping feed our frontline at our neighbors, Sutter Santa Rosa Regional Hospital, each week. And we're really grateful to have them in our kitchen. So Lindsay, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us how you got started with Sonoma Family Meal.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having me on this morning. My name is Lindsay Musco, and I am a fourth generation Sonoma County local. So Sonoma County is near and dear to my heart. And over the last, couple of years, we've obviously been faced with some really challenging times. And I was actually introduced to Sonoma Family Meal kind of right after the Tubbs fire by actually one of their current board members, Landon McPherson. And we actually went to high school together. We reconnected through social media and some of the work that we do professionally. And he brought me in, and I got an opportunity to meet Heather and see what they were doing at that time over at Franketti's off of Dutton, which is where they were doing food distribution right after the Tubbs fire for families that were displaced due to that fire. And so I always kind of followed them from then on and tried to find ways to work with them or volunteer for them. And then as things began to progress, Heather and I had more conversations, and there was a board opportunity coming up this past winter, and I was interested in participating, and I officially joined in March of 2020. And my first board meeting, the conversation was, how do we respond to coronavirus? Do we respond? What does that look like? And at the time, it was still so unknown, so the response was unclear, and then it quickly changed. And it's been great to work with you and the LBC, as well as other restaurant partners in the community, feeding those in our community that have been affected so greatly by this.
Definitely. Well, let's go into food. What is the best thing that you've eaten at home since this has all began?
Sure. I mean, I'm a foodie at heart for sure, and so I like to be fairly creative in the kitchen. And so I don't necessarily follow a lot of recipes. It's kind of like what's in my pantry or like what's in the fridge that's like maybe gonna work. But one of the things that we've been kind of like going to on a regular basis is oven roasted tri-tip, and it's actually fairly like hands off, and so you can kind of like easy prepare. You like stick it in a marinade for half of the day. You pan sear it fat side down for 5 minutes, and then stick it in the oven for it's like 10 minutes a pound at 375. And you pull it out, to your doneness, preferred, and it's great for like that day, and then it's great for sandwiches. So it's like this, it's a win-win on all fronts, which is nice and easy. And so we've made that a couple of times, celebrating like Easter and Father's Day, or just because it's Thursday. And and so yeah, that's been one of like the go-tos that we've made at home, being home. But we've definitely also tried to like support local as best as we can.
Yeah, it's a good recipe as well for repurposing. Yeah, it's fun to change it up. Where are you going locally that we should be knowing about?
Oh, I mean, we've eaten, I think, at every possible location, but a lot of restaurants still have opened during this time, which is amazing to them for finding the ability to still do that. So, trying to support those newly opened restaurants. So Pizza Leah up in Windsor, we've recently tried, which was really delicious, as well as Acre Pizza. If you notice, we like pizza here. My fiance is like, pizza? Sure, let's have pizza. So those those are the two most recent ones that are fresh in my mind.
It's funny because we moved here in January as well to Santa Rosa proper, so now we've tried both of those pizza places since quarantine has begun as well. So
some other,
I have to second that recommendation, absolutely, because we really enjoyed both of those.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a tried and true like Mary's Pizza fan. It was like the thing I craved when I came home from college. Like that was what I needed to have. And there's so many great pizza spots around the county. Another one that we really enjoy is Mambo's and My Pie. I mean, there's so many.
I know.
They're all good in their own right. So, yeah.
Is there a particularly special ingredient that's gotten you jazzed about cooking, and just something that like you need to throw on everything lately?
Yeah, so I think your spice cabinet is your friend, I think is a really great, and even if you like don't know necessarily what that 20-year-old spice is, I suggest like looking it up or even just like opening up and smelling it. You probably should throw it out anyways, but if you don't, there's a lot of great spices that add such an interesting element of flavor to your food. One that I'm really enjoying right now is harissa seasoning, and it's a North African spice blend. And it's not overly spicy. Harissa paste can tend to be pretty spicy, but this is just, it adds a really nice kind of like, it's an interesting complex seasoning. There's like mint in it, but you would never think so. And there's obviously some pepper components, but it's a really tasty spice. And I really enjoy it on chicken. That's predominantly what we put it on, but it lends itself well to anything.
Yeah, it's a great one. I love it.
Yeah.
And you can get it in like paste form. You can get it in actual seasoning.
Like a shaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can get it like in a jar itself. That's perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways. The first time actually I had it was in ketchup, like a harissa ketchup, and that's with like fries, like mix up your fry routine. That's really tasty.
We've tried the green version as well, if you've seen the green one, and it's like 10 times as hot. It's intense.
I've never seen a green one. How fun. I'll have to look for that.
I think Mina Kitchen has like a green jarred one at grocery stores. You can find it sometimes. And it's mainly jalapenos, which is funny because I wouldn't expect that to be from, at least in North African spice one, but it's delicious. It's worth trying.
Look for it.
Yes. All right. Well, what is your favorite like go-to foodie, between Instagram account, online website, if you're just looking for like, I need inspiration, what's your go-to resource right now?
I mean, I like Yumly. Yumly is a good app. I am notorious for just like going on to Google and typing in what it is, but I normally tend to lean towards recipes that I find either on Food 52 or Bon Appetit. I think are a lot of times I'll end up going with recipes from there. There's also, I've ripped out so many recipes from like, magazine cookbooks over the years that I should probably filter through all of those, but I've always found some pretty good ones actually through like Cooking Light, and I mean I think because my mom used to get them when I was little, so I've always like, but Yumly's a fun one. I like Yumly a lot.
Great. I have to check out Yumly. I haven't been on Yumly, but I do recommend Food 52 and Bon Appetit. 100%. All right. Well, thank you for your time today. I hope everybody walks away with a little bit of something different to get inspired in their kitchens at home and shed some light on what we're doing in our kitchen at Feeding Our Frontline, Sonoma Family Meal. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you so much, Sorry. It was great to chat with you. Yes, thanks. And thank you so much for all of your great support and being such a great partner with Sonoma Family Meal.
Happy to. All right. Have a good one.
You too. Talk to you soon.